Over the course of the last few days, the price of XRP has experienced a number of fluctuations, including a recent incident in which it reached a high of $42,000. The occurrence of this occurred on a variety of different gadgets. Today, however, we would want to discuss a topic that is of utmost significance: the addition of trillions of dollars to the XRP ledger, specifically $654 trillion, and the manner in which Brad Cottingham's own CEO predicted that this would occur. This is going to take place the following week. Now, we are going to talk about this amount because it is very crucial to realize that with the addition of $654 trillion to the XRP record in just a few weeks, the value of each XRP will increase to approximately 8,716. When you consider the fact that central banks have acknowledged that they are getting ready to use XRP for all of their payments, especially in the United States, it does not appear to be as strange as it may initially appear. According to statements made by the Federal Reserve, it is highly probable that XRP will be utilized to operate the blockchain component of the newly upgraded FedNow payment system that is utilized all over the world. This is of utmost significance since the addition of $650 trillion will cause the price to skyrocket, reaching $8,716. This will completely change the situation. Before we go into the specifics of everything that is going on, we are of the opinion that anyone who watches this video will be eligible to win free XRP worth up to $100. The cryptocurrency that we are currently witnessing will, in fact, surpass $10,000. Doing something as simple as enjoying this video, subscribing to the channel with your presentations, or sharing this video will not result in you receiving it at no cost. You are required to make a purchase and sign up for a poll by using the line cake provided in the description. This is the most significant requirement. The time required to complete all of this is now barely 5 minutes. In reality, it's all money that's free. Unquestionably, I would recommend doing so. All right, let's jump straight into the movie for today. What they are not telling you is that the true price of XRP is in the thousands of dollars, despite the fact that the current price of XRP is $3.13. Specifically, this is due to the fact that Ripple has entered into over 1,700 non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, with major corporations, financial institutions, and banks. These businesses include JP Morgan, BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America, amongst many more, and they conduct business in a variety of countries throughout the world. Ever since the lawsuit was initiated, there have been numerous stories indicating that both BlackRock and JP Morgan have been purchasing XRP in a covert manner. Additionally, Bank of America has stated that once the United States C lawsuit is resolved, they will begin using the XRP ledger and XRP in their payment systems respectively. Additionally, make sure you watch this clip since it is such an essential component of the film that we are going to show you something much more significant immediately after it. Between $30 and $50 trillion have been transferred to the XRP system. You have a very powerful chief executive officer. Within the next few weeks, we will witness that XRP will facilitate at least $30 to $50 trillion in a market that is currently worth approximately $1.25 quadrillion. This is something that we will see. However, what they are not telling you is that an additional $650 trillion are going to be inserted at the same moment, which will cause the price of XRP to increase to between $8,000 and $10,000. However, before we go with that, let's play the video and put you in charge of listening to it on your own. The names DTCC, Euroclear, and Clearstream come to mind whenever you broach the subject of getting rid of cash. If just one of them were to completely transition to digital, it would result in the transfer of assets worth trillions of dollars. Tens of trillions of dollars are something that I believe we could see. Furthermore, this is a relatively small portion of a very large market where there are 1.4 quadrillion shares. There are between 30 and 50 trillion XRP, all of which are exchanged on Artex. The answer is as follows: $5 trillion in total. A Ripple. Within the next 2 years, Twitter will once again play the session. The current market size is $224 quadrillion, and the chief executive officer has stated that he intends to add between 30 and 50 trillion to the XRP ledger this year. However, during the next 48 hours, trillions, if not hundreds of trillions of dollars will be released. It is clear from this that the XRP ledger will continue to expand and become accessible to a greater number of individuals as a result of the XRP Ledger Asset Program. Within the next 6 days, on August 18, 2025, the XRP Ledger institutional real estate solution that RealPi has developed will be made available to the public. Using this institutional platform, enterprises and organizations of all types will be able to issue real estate tokens directly on the XRP ledger with cheap transaction fees and easy integration. This will be possible because of the straightforward connection required. Even yet, the numbers are not difficult to discern. The XRP ledger can now accommodate the addition of institutional real estate worth around $228 trillion that is currently managed outside of the blockchain. This can be accomplished through the use of a genuine token. This is a significant turning point in the movement toward tokenizing real estate that is taking on all around the world. The overall scope of this situation is $228 trillion. Due to the fact that real token is currently on the XRP record, it will cause a shock to the supply of both real token and XRP. In the near future, we will discuss the real token in greater detail. Nevertheless, for the time being, it is essential to be aware that XRP will experience significant growth and reach a value of $10,000 or higher as a result of this enormous unlock on August 18th, which is a significant shift. Guys, we are discussing the creation of riches that will be passed down from generation to generation. Take note of the actual thing that is in front of you. At this very moment, it is worth almost 4 cents. There has been very little resistance, and the price has increased by 10% compared to what it was an hour ago. I have approximately $10,000 to discuss with you. On the 18th of August, many are speculating that the price of a real token could soar from 4 cents to as high as $64,500 per real token. This prediction is based on the fact that the next week is the 18th of August. You might be wondering why and how the genuine token, which is currently worth 4 cents, might reach $65,000. You might be looking for an explanation. To put it simply, all you need to do is take a look at the amount of supply that is available. The number of genuine tokens that are now accessible for Phase 1 is around 100 million. However, approximately 50 million of those tokens have already been burned. A real token would be worth $65,000 if less than 0.5% of the $650 trillion was invested in it. This indicates that the value of each real token would be diminished. When compared to this scale, 1% indicates that each actual ticket is worth $120,000. What an insane idea. This is a lot of money, and it will be a lot of money as well. That means that you have the potential to make millions of dollars for every $10,000 that you invest. It is because of the size of the actual coin that we are observing that this is the case. To put it another way, this enormous utility-based initiative for real estate and a payment system is a massive undertaking. On a daily basis, we observe a significant number of holders entering the actual ecosystem and the surroundings of the real great institution. Examine the results of their score. The fact that they received 9.4 out of 10 top 3 leaders indicates that they pose a lesser risk. In addition to the fact that there are over 2,740 accounts, Banks receives a perfect score of 100%, and KYC also receives a perfect score of 100%. What seemed like only yesterday, Dynamo was getting closer and closer to reaching 2,500 wallets. One more time, I want to emphasize that the charts are quite strong. Additionally, it is supported by a massive corporation known as RealFi, which is a payment alternative for real estate transactions. If you go to their website, you will be able to discover a list of all the decentralized exchanges where you may purchase and sell genuine tokens. It is also possible to navigate to the actual chain, to LOC, Asians where you can lawfully convert your own real estate coin into a cryptocurrency and use the RealFi solution are the real chain and prealfi.com. Both of these locations are accessible online. Let me say it again. This is pretty great. You may be sure that I will tell other people about you. You should join the community and create your own digital real estate coin if you haven't done so before when you join. That is something that you are able to do there. Additionally, you are able to create any of your own preferred tokens. By utilizing their architecture, not only is it possible to incorporate a digital item, but it also allows for the creation of virtually any meme or utility token. To reiterate again, I strongly believe that you ought to check into this matter. This is a really significant point. There is also the option to purchase a genuine coin. The text will be further down and the connections will be there. All you need to do is visit payrealfi.com and look at RealFi. I'm going to put an end to the movie right now, guys. All of you, I hope you enjoyed it. A comment, a like, and a share of this movie would be greatly appreciated. Okay, with that out of the way, I'll wrap it up here. At peace, and I'll see you again soon.